Welcome back everyone to the channel. I hope you are all doing good. Today I am here reacting to this story that has really sparked intense debate across the social media, and it has also sparked debate in political circles. So this topic here centers on these calls by some commentators and political voices for broader use of denaturalization. Denaturalization is this legal process of revoking citizenship in certain limited circumstances, and we are also here to know why many Asian Americans and even other immigrant communities are saying that these discussions have left them feeling anxious about the future. So let me just roll these clips. I'll be coming back with more commentaries because this is an emotional issue and it is touching on identity, citizenship, fairness, and the rule of law. So let's get into it. I'll be back.
We knew this would happen. We knew they'd be coming for us. What I find most ironic about this is that birthright citizenship was cemented by a Chinese American. In the Supreme Court decision that established birthright citizenship, Wong Kim Ark was denied entry back into the United States even though he was born here. Now this dude, who apparently has 8 Chinese Americans in his household, is using classic anti-Chinese rhetoric to go after Chinese Americans. This has been years in the making with the anti-Chinese campaign that has been going on in our government, not just by Republicans, for decades. And it's finally bleeding to the actual people who were born here. We are going to see a lot more of this.
I think you are a racist.
So you're accusing me of racism?
I'm not accusing you. I'm saying the actual statement. I think your statements are racist against Chinese Americans, and I'm trying to understand whether you believe that this is just Chinese Americans who should be denaturalized, or whether you believe that anyone born here who goes to a foreign country and is raised should be denaturalized.
Yesterday's hearing with the House Select Committee erupted after Representative Ro Khanna straight up called State Armor CEO Michael Lucci a racist in no uncertain terms. Now, Lucci runs an organization focused on countering influence by the Chinese here in the U.S., and Khanna was grilling him over his past comments calling for the denaturalization of some Chinese Americans born here in the U.S., even if they did nothing wrong. Khanna argued that Lucci's proposal unfairly targets Americans based on their ancestry, and continued to press Lucci on whether he was actually suggesting stripping citizenship away from people born on U.S. soil. And here's the questioning that led up to that exchange.
Are you saying any American born here who then goes to a foreign country and is raised there should be denaturalized? Is that your position?
That's not my position.
What is your position then?
When the federal government defines adversaries, which the federal government does, and then the federal government says these adversaries pose a national security risk to us. And then when
you're not talking about that. You're talking about a blanket statement. You're saying basically in your tweet you say, and I can't believe you're not walking it back.
And then Lucci tried to defend himself from the accusations of being a racist by telling the representative that he has Chinese family members. And Representative Khanna was having none of that, as you're about to see in this next clip. And don't forget to follow the InfoDrip Network for more updates. Now play the clip.
Congressman, let me restate. My household has 8 people in it.
I don't really care about your household. That's like saying I'm friends with someone who's black, but I'm still a racist. I want to know what your actual policy is.
Congressman, you accuse me of racism again.
Yes, I do. I think you're a racist.
Basically saying that if you're Chinese American and you're born under U.S. law in a territory, you should be denaturalized. Now you accuse me of racism again. Yes, I do. I think you're a racist.
I saw this headline tonight, and I'm not sure if it was old, but I had to Google the shit out of it just to see if this was real. And yep, straight out of Project 2025, they are executing one of their agendas. They are weaponizing the Department of Justice, and they are coming for legal citizenship. So far, the DOJ has already filed over 70 civil lawsuits this year to strip people from their citizenship. And they say this is for people with a long criminal rap sheet. But there are new internal guidelines, and people should be panicking. The government can do a deep dive investigation on your entire past, and if you have pending criminal charges, you could be denaturalized. Yes, pending charges. You don't even have to be convicted of a crime. The whole innocent until proven guilty, they throw it out. So if you get arrested at a protest, it gives the DOJ a green light to open up your immigration file from 5, 10, 15 years ago. And if there are any pending criminal charges, they can take your citizenship from you. And yes, this was straight out of the Project 2025 playbook. They want to aggressively scale up denaturalization. They want to make citizenship revocable. So you can have your life destroyed over an accusation. Yes, I know a federal judge needs to approve this, but what have we seen so far? This is weaponization of the DOJ and total intimidation. They want immigrant communities terrified to talk to the police, to protest, and to live in fear. I know that there are hoops that they still have to go through, but the fact that they're trying this is chilling.
I see Asian Americans, specifically second generation Asian Americans, who are like big MAGA and like Trump supporters, rejoicing over the immigration policy and like spewing out that BS. It makes me incredibly sad, but also like it makes me super confused because I think a lot of my Asian brothers and sisters, y'all are forgetting that we're next. We're literally next. We are literally right there. I don't know if y'all have deja vu. I don't know if y'all just forgot about like 2019, 2020, when Asian hate crimes were happening, when we were literally getting blamed for COVID. They were literally calling it the China virus. Okay? I'm talking about the same MAGA Republican supporters who literally think every single Asian person is Chinese. They cannot tell the difference between us, guys. They literally think we're all Chinese. That crazy orange man has been spewing out anti-Chinese rhetoric, yes. And while your parents may not like China and they passed it down to you, that doesn't mean that they're on our side. They're not. They're gonna look at you and think that you're Chinese too. Most of them couldn't tell the difference. Like, yeah, you can spew out that same anti-Chinese rhetoric that MAGA supporters are doing, but when it comes down to it, when they come after you, are they gonna know that? No, because we all look the same to them. And the proximity to whiteness for a lot of Asian Americans, like, you know, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of healing that goes into it. They'll never accept this, guys. They're never going to accept this. The model minority myth thing, we gotta hang it up, guys. We're not even going to be close to them. I need y'all to understand that at the end of the day, no matter how many white people you hang out with, no matter how hard you try to assimilate into white culture, we will never be them. We will never be them. I'm so sorry to tell you.
This is a message to my fellow Asian Americans. It's past time that you started speaking up. This entire mentality of keeping your head down, not rocking the boat, working diligently, being quiet, won't cut it. And it honestly never has. Being a model minority won't protect you, and it won't grant you whiteness. Those in power, who are white supremacists, have made it very clear that if you're not white, you're a target. It's time for us to learn and remember our history of solidarity with the Black and brown communities and the fight for collective liberation. And a good place to start is to research people like Yuri Kochiyama, Grace Lee Boggs, Larry Itliong. You'll learn that our community, the Asian American community, has been there from the beginning in this fight. So it's time for you to join now. Okay? That's it. All right. Bye.
Yes, we have heard it all, and you know, when conversations about denaturalization trend online, I can say that they often spread quickly with the dramatic headlines. Yes, you know, right now, even while I was perusing through the social media, many naturalized Americans hearing that citizenship could be questioned understandably raises questions, and becoming United States citizen usually represents years of work, years of legal processes, and even a commitment to the country. Many Asian American families right now, they have personal stories of immigration. Parents and grandparents often work hard, to establish new lives. They are hoping future generations would have greater opportunities. Because of that history, discussions about citizenship can feel deeply personal, and at the same time, it's just important to distinguish between political rhetoric, the legal proposals, and existing law. Under current United States law, denaturalization is generally limited to specific cases, such as when citizenship was obtained through fraud or serious misrepresentation. And expanding its use beyond those circumstances would likely face legal and constitutional challenges. When I was perusing through the social media pages, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the reactions have been mixed, and some people are arguing that immigration laws should be enforced strictly and consistently. Others worry that expanding denaturalization could create uncertainty for millions of naturalized citizens who followed the legal process. So what stands out to me is how quickly conversations like these become polarized. Many Asian Americans have experienced concerns that broad discussions about denaturalization can create fear even among people who have done nothing wrong, and whether those fears ultimately reflect future policy or not, they are genuine emotions that deserve to be heard respectfully. And we have a lot of supporters of tougher immigration enforcement. They often respond that their focus is on fraud or even on illegal activity, not law-abiding citizens. And there are people who are critics, I can say, and they are arguing that the language used in public debate matters because broad statements can leave communities uncertain about where the line is drawn. And this is why we really need to get some careful and important communication. What I can say is that policies that affect citizenship carry enormous consequences. These policies deserve clear explanations rather than sensational headlines or some claims that are sensational. So one lesson that I can learn from all these, even from the clips, is that immigration remains one of the most challenging issues in American politics. And people can disagree about policy while still they can continue recognizing the humanity of those affected by these discussions. And healthy debate requires facts, healthy debates requires context, and healthy debates requires respect. And I can say healthy debates also requires avoiding assumptions about entire racial or ethnic groups. The Asian Americans, like every other community, they hold a wide range of political views and opinions, and no headline can represent everyone's perspective. Yes. So even as we watch, let's just be cautious before accepting some claims at face value. And conversations about citizenship should be grounded on constitution, and I can say they can be grounded on existing law and evidence rather than fear. So whatever our political views are, let's just say that most people can agree that clarity, fairness, and due process are essential principles. So that is all I have, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. Just tell me, how do you think the United States should balance immigration enforcement with protecting the rights of naturalized citizens? Just share your perspective respectfully in the comments. And if you found this commentary helpful, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and please turn on notifications so you won't miss future reactions and analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video. In this video, it's meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. Thank you. See you in the next one.